You've probably seen it. Your dog sitting quietly in a corner, head bent down, licking their paws like it's the most important job in the world. It's oddly rhythmic, strangely satisfying to watch, until it happens for the 10th time that day. Why do dogs do this? Is it normal, or could it be a sign that something's wrong? Stay with me, because what looks like a simple act of grooming might reveal far more about your dog's health, emotions, and even instincts than you think. A grooming ritual or something more? Dogs are naturally clean animals. It's true. Even though they love mud puddles, they still enjoy licking themselves clean afterward. Licking their paws can be part of this same instinct, like how cats groom their fur. After a walk or a meal, a few quick licks can help remove dirt, dust, or stray bits of grass. But here's the catch. When licking turns obsessive, when it's happening often, intensely, or with clear signs of irritation, it's time to dig deeper. The question then becomes, what's driving this behavior? It starts on the surface: dirt, debris, or pain. Sometimes the reasons are simple: a small pebble stuck between the toes, a burr from the park, salt residue from winter sidewalks. Even a tiny cut or insect bite can cause enough irritation for a dog to keep licking the area. It's their way of tending to a wound. In nature, licking helps clean minor injuries and reduce bacteria. At least that's the instinct behind it. But in a modern home, where bacteria are everywhere and wounds can worsen under too much moisture, that same instinct can turn counterproductive. So next time you see your dog licking one paw more than the others, pause. It could be their way of saying, "Hey, something's not right down here." Allergies, the secret culprit behind constant licking. If your dog licks their paws regularly, especially during certain times of year, allergies might be to blame. Pollen, mold, grass, and even dust mites can trigger itching between their toes. There's also something even trickier: food allergies. Some dogs develop sensitivities to certain proteins or grains. Instead of showing traditional allergic symptoms like sneezing, they express their discomfort through their paws. You might notice reddened skin, a yeasty smell, or staining from constant saliva contact. These are silent clues, a map to what's happening beneath the fur. And here's the most interesting part: allergies often make dogs lick all four paws. So if it's symmetrical licking, not just one paw, there's a good chance the problem isn't physical injury, but an internal reaction. The stress factor, when emotions hit the paws. Ever bitten your nails when anxious? Dogs have their version of that: paw licking. Stress and boredom can turn that repetitive motion into a soothing habit. Dogs left alone for long hours, understimulated, or experiencing significant change, like moving homes or losing a companion, often develop this behavioral quirk as emotional self-soothing. The licking releases endorphins, giving them a small wave of calm, but over time, it becomes habitual, even addictive. This kind of licking has a pattern. It's slow, methodical. They're not reacting to pain, they're chasing comfort. And the deeper truth, sometimes that paw isn't the problem at all. It's the heart. Fleas, mites, and hidden visitors. Let's get a little uncomfortable, because hidden causes aren't always emotional or allergic. Sometimes nature itself is crawling right under their fur. Fleas, ticks, and microscopic mites can make your dog's paws unbearably itchy. These tiny creatures bite, burrow, and irritate sensitive skin, especially in warm, moist spots between the toes. The reaction? Lick, nibble, chew, repeat. You might not see the culprits right away, but your dog knows they're there. That's why they'll keep going back to the same spot again and again, like they're fighting an invisible itch. If you spot redness, swelling, or persistent chewing, it's worth a closer inspection because parasites don't just make your dog uncomfortable, they can lead to infections that spread fast. The hidden pain beneath the paw. Limping, favoring one leg, relentless licking on a single spot. These can all point to deeper pain, not just on the surface, but underneath. Arthritis, joint pain, or even an old sprain can radiate discomfort that your dog tries to lick away. It's instinct paired with confusion. They can't reach the joint, so they focus on the nearest part they can, which is often their paw. And here's the sad twist. Dogs are masters of hiding pain. They'll act fine, even playful, until the problem grows too big to ignore. A small limp turns into a full-time lick. That's the body whispering before it screams. Yeast infections when licking feeds the problem. Sometimes the very act meant to relieve itch ends up causing another problem. When a dog licks too much, the moisture trapped between their toes can create a perfect breeding ground for yeast and bacteria. The result? A vicious cycle of irritation, licking, and infection. You'll notice a reddish-brown discoloration on light fur, a sour or musty smell, and maybe even signs of pain when they walk. It's one of those frustrating domino effects. One cause triggers another until it's hard to tell where it all began. Temperature shifts and weather traps. Step onto a hot pavement barefoot and you immediately understand what your dog might be feeling on a summer day. Extreme weather is a silent trigger. Scorching streets or icy sidewalks can crack paw pads and cause lingering soreness, leading to, yes, licking. Sometimes it's just a seasonal reaction. But in colder months, road salts and frostbite spots make it worse. The irony? What begins as an environment problem turns into a self-inflicted one once licking starts the inflammation loop. The scent of comfort. Why paw licking feels familiar. There's a sentimental theory among behaviorists. Paw licking connects dogs to their own scent. Their paws carry their personal scent signature, the same scent they leave when they mark territory or walk familiar paths. Licking may provide emotional grounding, like a form of reassurance. When they lick, they taste themselves, a subtle, comforting act that reminds them of safety and consistency. That's why when something in their environment changes, whether it's a new place, a different owner, or even a new piece of furniture, you might notice an increase in this habit. It's their way of saying, "This is still me. I'm still here." Could it just be habit? For many dogs, what began as a response to pain or irritation becomes a routine. Just like humans can pick at a scar or bite their nails long after the original reason disappears, dogs can develop habitual licking. The sound, the rhythm, the endorphin release, all combined into a loop that feels comforting, even when unnecessary. That's why solving chronic paw licking often means treating both the physical cause and the psychological one. The infection that lurks beneath. There's a danger in ignoring chronic paw licking, secondary infections. Once the skin barrier breaks, bacteria move in. What happens next isn't pretty: swelling, pus, redness, even bleeding. And here's where things spiral. The more pain they feel, the more they lick to soothe it, feeding the very problem they're trying to heal. That's why veterinarians often recommend topical treatments, anti-itch sprays, or Elizabethan collars, anything that breaks the cycle while the real issue is addressed. Paw care isn't just grooming, it's health care. Clean paws aren't vanity, they're health care. Regular inspection, washing after walks, trimming fur between the toes, and checking for anomalies can prevent most licking triggers from even beginning. You can't stop every cause, but you can stay alert for signs before they escalate. A quick look under those paws could save your dog weeks of discomfort or prevent an infection from spreading. The mind-body connection in dogs. In recent years, behavior specialists have emphasized another angle: emotional enrichment. If your dog is licking due to anxiety or boredom, adding mental and physical stimulation can work wonders. Teaching tricks, hiding treats, long walks, or interactive toys can redirect their energy and reduce repetitive behaviors. You won't just be fixing the licking problem, you'll be improving your dog's entire quality of life. When to call the vet. A good rule: if the licking is sudden, intense, or focused on one paw, get it checked. If it's constant across all paws, suspect allergies or anxiety. In both cases, professional examination matters. Vets can run allergy tests, prescribe medicated shampoos, or identify underlying pain conditions. Sometimes the reason isn't visible from the outside, but it leaves clues on the surface. Remember, what looks like a habit may be a symptom. The pattern that speaks. Every repetitive act in animals means something. Paw licking isn't random. It's communication in silence. It's how your dog says, "I itch," "I hurt," or even, "I'm lonely." It's one of their few ways to speak when words fail them. And perhaps that's the real hook here. Dogs never do something for no reason. Every gesture, every lick, every tiny act has a story behind it. The takeaway hidden between the toes. So why do dogs lick their paws? The answer isn't singular. It's cleaning instinct, lingering pain, invisible allergies, emotional coping, or maybe all of the above. It's nature and nurture mixed into one quiet motion. Your dog isn't just cleaning their feet, they're expressing their world, one lick at a time. Next time you catch them mid-ritual, pause and look a little closer. There might be a message hidden in that rhythm of licks, a whisper from your four-legged friend waiting for you to understand.